Hey guys, welcome back to Space Alcatraz episode 5. What are we going to do today? Well, today we are currently standing here waiting for that bee to drop his stuff. I do have a magnet these days. This magnet is cheap. It just requires a ender pearl, some lapis, and some redstone, which we're getting. The ender pearls, obviously, we're getting out of our. Ooh, we got red matter. We did get a dark matter. We'll go upstairs in just a second. As soon as this guy finishes dropping his stuff, we'll go upstairs. I'm glad I got that on camera. People. There are certain people who would go, "There's no way you got that in a legitimate way." Well, there it is. You saw it. So, um, I also got from a bee earlier today, and I've just been putting bee drops in here. So this is what we have gotten. Oops, you have not what I've got. We also got a dark matter. So we do have one dark matter and one red matter at this point. And then of course we've gotten a bunch of chance cubes. We've actually gotten several of these luggages, but I don't think you're ever going to need more than one. And I don't know that I will need any. Shh, don't tell anybody. Watch this. Where's my trash can? Bloop. Bloop. Done. What? No idea what you're talking about. Let's stick the chance cubes in my backpack and then we'll open the backpack and take a look at something that's in there as well here in just a moment. All this stuff can come out at this point. You will see that in my backpack I have a chicken stick and 2 smart chickens. So we did get the grass to grow back here in the corner, and we have gotten some passive mobs to spawn. Um, Mostly it is sheep and rabbits. No idea why that is what Minecraft decided to give me, but it did give me a few chickens, and obviously we had eggs. Actually, I may have thrown eggs to get all these chickens. They may not have spawned naturally at all. But anyway, with a book, you can turn a regular chicken into a smart chicken, which is then breedable to go into um, the roosts and such. And that is, I know I had originally talked about doing something different for this episode. I think I have to go that direction. And the reason I have to go that direction is because of certain resources that are going to be tremendous. So, for starters, in the last episode, you guys saw me throw down, I don't know, whatever it was, 10 stacks of soul sand, and it simply disappeared or was eaten or whatever. I have no earthly idea what happened. I came back and threw down an entire inventory's worth of soul sand, and it processed properly, or sand to be turned into soul sand. That's what it was. I threw down an entire inventory's worth of sand, and it converted to soul sand with no problem. So that first time, I have no earthly idea what happened here, but it seems to whatever it was, it seems to have resolved itself. Let me put the rest of this stuff away. Additionally, this has been running. It is running well. I did hang up some more pumpkins to make sure I had light everywhere because it seemed to me that I had some spots that weren't growing, and there may still be some spots that aren't growing. So there are a lot of pumpkins hanging in this room. I did get we back in episode 1 or 2, we actually made the agronomic uh, link thing in the middle there. So you know what? I'm going to stop him for now. Oh, I can't really get up to. Oh, I've got fly turned on, so I can. Agronomic source link is here, and of course it's filling these jars. So let me turn off fly now. Oh, good, it didn't break my crop. So these are now full. All 8 of them are full. We do now have enough light in this room that I think most things are growing. But I talked about the industrial hemp back here and the light situation. I've now hung up what 5 pumpkins across here, jack-o'-lanterns, and you will see that the only ones of these industrial hemp that have grown are the 5 that are directly in front of the jack-o'-lanterns. None of the others have grown. These are still at 0%. Those down there, whatever percentage they were, probably 0 as well. Yes, they are. So the other crops, I mean, this wheat here is obviously, well, I guess it's 2 away from this particular torch. This one is probably only 2 away, but some of these center ones might be a little further away. They seem to grow well, I don't know, that wheat. Well, no, it has grown some. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just something with the industrial hemp or what, but it appears if you want to grow industrial hemp, you're going to basically have to have light directly on top of it. Now, maybe I pull out the carrots and the potatoes here and move them over here. Might do that. And put in a full row of jack-o'-lanterns and then do industrial hemp here and here. Although, is there a string chicken? String chicken. There is. So probably, unless we need industrial hemp for something specific, probably won't mess with that too much at all. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why they've got the light requirement for industrial hemp turned up so high. I do know basically you have to have direct light on it or it won't grow. Now, having said that, look at what we have right here. We now have a completely full 2000 of 2000 drawer with bread in it. Now, the chest, this is the chest, this is the drawer they gave me. So I'm going to assume that if they wanted more than 2000 bread, they would have put upgrades in here so that it would hold more than 2000 bread. So I'm going to break this down. Now, the original note said something about placing it in the IPCI, right? You'll be required to store items in the IPCI for monitoring of compliance. So that's exactly what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to stuff it in the IPCI and see if that gets us a reaction at some point. And perhaps it will also get us a note about what we are supposed to do next. Now, what is on the list for today? Well, the first thing that's going to be on the list for today is making some mechanical crafters. If we're going to get into chickens, and I've already set up some water wheels down here, we should really go to steam power, but I'm not quite ready to do that just yet. We'll replace this at some point, particularly once we get once we've got access to rotational speed controllers. After that, after we've got that rotation speed controller, we'll be able to replace all this with a steam boiler and then crank the speed way up to help do that. But for now, we want to get, it'll be slow, but we'll want to get that started. Brass casings I made between episodes. They're easy peasy. Recipe is just stripped wood with brass on it, and we made the brass last time. The polished rose quartz, crafting tables are easy peasy. The polished rose quartz is part of the reason we wanted to get all the nether quartz, right? We needed the nether quartz. We needed the nether quartz so that we could make the rough, what is it called, rough, or just called rose quartz, and then polish that. And the polishing is just done with sandpaper in one hand and the quartz in the other. It's super simple. But we want to take these things and combine them. And don't know, is that it is not a, oh, I still need to turn the quartz into iron. I don't have any iron plates right now. Oh yeah, there they are. You just have to be able to spell the word correctly. I need to turn those into the electron tubes. So then tubes and casings and these, and 7 times 3 is 21, and 21 should be what it takes to get this done. So 1, 2, 3, and then here, and I probably want to jump up there first, here, and then down, 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 down. Is that 2 rows? Down, 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 and we should have 3 left, which go here, oop, here, oh, are you kidding? Here, and here. Oh, you're a long way. Where's the wrench? The wrench will turn these things. No, this wrench will turn these things. That way. And there. All right, and we need to, that'll go down and in. These will all go straight down. That will go down and in. So really the only ones we need to adjust are the ones down here on the bottom. That way, and that way, please. That actually all looks good. So let's grab, so if we just do add chicken, it looks like our green chicken is our first chicken. So we need 20 green dye and an egg. And I believe I've already got some green dye cooked up over here. Excellent. Halves and 4. Oops, and 4, not 3. And we will toss it. Oh, I hate when I do that. Right, because what I really wanted was a green terminal. I didn't want the dye I just made specifically. I wanted to change the color on that. Oh, we also need a cog to go right here. Need a small cog to go there. Um, those four, I think I put four water wheels there. Cog. Those four water wheels will not support a large cog there. That's too much stress. Um, and I don't really want to build this out huge because, again, I'm planning on replacing it with steam very shortly. Now, are you doing the right thing? You are. You're just doing it very slowly because, yes, this is going to be slow until such a time as we can get. Uh, oh, another loot bee. Where? Where? Oh, you're right here with us. Well, we're for sure getting your stuff then. We'll let that finish while we wait on the loot bee, or maybe not, because the loot bee is going to be stupid slow. All right, there's a green chicken. Green chicken off the list. Now, we can get the hopper off. We can get the off the list. We can get the jack-o'-lanterns off the list. I did. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. I'll come back for your stuff. Go ahead and drop it. So obviously we moved everything back into the wall, and we built some additional storage drawers and put some stuff in there. I'm actually going to relocate all of this at some point. This space is just not big enough to be our primary. There's more mana still. It's not a bad thing. To be our primary location, or we have to rearrange the stuff that's in this room. Something has to get moved out of this room. This room is not big enough to be our primary storage location. And is that it? And I believe there's an item laying down here on the floor. I thought I saw an item hit the floor. Maybe not. Maybe our magnet was strong enough to catch it. But this room is not big enough for growing our trees and crushing stuff down and having stamps and having some farming over here and having our washing station. It's just not big enough for all of that. We're eventually going to want several walls, maybe one big room with all of its walls turned into storage drawers so that we can store all of our bulk stuff. And the reason primarily that I moved this stuff out is we're already sitting at a quarter of this drive being full, and that's without 2,500 wheat and 2,000. Oh, we're complete. Oops, we are not quite. We are completely full. Yeah, so I need to make a upgrade for that particular drawer. So we've got stuff being made that if we put all of this in here, we would very quickly begin to fill up this drive. So we need to get that stuff out. I also did this because I've been washing gravel. And when you wash, do I have anything left in here? I don't. When you wash the gravel, you get nuggets, iron nuggets. And of course, it's real easy to just walk over here and double click to put the nuggets in to get our ingots and blocks. The really convenient way to handle that. So those things are done. I wonder how much mana still we have at this point. Mana, not really enough to do anything with. All right. Oh, wait, was that a mana gun? Yeah, the blaster. Yep. Cool. All right. So, what's next? Well, we now have this set up so we can do chickens, and I will work on that between episodes because that is long and boring, and nobody's going to want to sit and watch me just grind chicken after chicken after chicken to get the base chicken so that we can work our way up. Now, I did come over here and dig out another little room. I think I will put the roosts in here initially where we're breeding chickens and collecting stuff, etc., etc. They'll be in here initially. I really should move that wall back one. Or move this whole door over one. It doesn't, this feels wrong to me. Yeah, anyway, so I got totally distracted. Having said that, so we did the drawer stuff, we did the mechanical crafters, breeders. So let's go ahead and get, what do we need here? We're going to need seeds. Now I am hanging on, you'll notice that the seed drawer has already gotten an upgrade. And the reason is we could need thousands of seeds to do chickens with, right? How many more seeds do we have over here? I think this one's got an upgrade in it too. It does. So we've got nearly 10,000 seeds between the two. That's going to be important when we start breeding up chickens and breeding through the chickens and blah, 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 blah. So let's go ahead and we should now be able, without getting in trouble, to spend our wheat however we want to. Unless they come back and say, oh, here's another drawer you need to fill up with wheat or bread, we should be good there, at least for a while, I hope. So let's get this in here and then go ahead and make a breeder. We don't have any seeds in the system because I stuck them all over here. And a roost. And let's just go ahead for now. Well, if I move this back and then put roosts on this side, this wall's only too thick. Yeah, I don't want to do that then. Stick them over on this wall. Bloop. And then the breeder out here. Now, there is a way to fully automate breeding chickens from 111s to 101010s. And that is not a design of mine by any stretch of the imagination. I didn't grab seeds for these guys. And I will find that video and link it, if assuming that I remember. I will find that video and link it. I think it is very well done. And I have tested it in a test world where it worked. I can't say it worked flawlessly. It worked tremendously well, and it did not fail to produce 10-10-10 chickens. What it did do is, on a couple of occasions, produce way too many 10-10-10 chickens as I was testing it. But it's basically a set it and forget it thing. You walk in there, you put your chickens in, and then you stand there and watch it, and it or don't. You go do something else, and it breeds 10-10-10 chickens. However, that system is based on XNet, and we're going to need some advanced connectors. Doesn't really matter what color, which are going to require ender pearls. We're probably going to need 8 or 9 advanced connectors. We're also going to need the controller. Does it require ender pearls? It is not. That's just iron, and this is just obviously. So really, we need 8 or 9 ender pearls. How many do we have? We have 4. We have 4. So I have got to grind between episodes. I've got to grind up some. Are there any more endermen down here right now? No endermen down here right now. So I've got to kill a bunch of stuff, specifically endermen looking for. Is there an easy way to get looting? Yeah, no way to craft them specifically. Blood magic, plunderers, glint, I guess is a looting. Living wood. Really? Is there a living wood? There's a living wood hand axe. 9.4, and it's got looting 1. But there's no living wood sword. Maybe I don't want to dive off into Britannia just to get some living wood. Is there an easy way? Tinker, where are the books for Tinker? Tinker's has changed enough in the last several versions, particularly backing up to materials and you I want, puny smelting, mighty smelting, gadgetry, fantastic foundry, encyclopedia of tinkering. Well, let's hope it's this one because that's the one I can make. Do we have a book in the system? We don't even have a book in the system. Well, we can make patterns. And then that's one of the great things. This is one of my favorite things about Tinkers, is that it provides you an alternate recipe for books that does not include leather, which means you generally can get books a little earlier. So we'll go ahead and make that. And do you have the tools, ranged, melee, intro, modifiers? Modifiers and traits, yeah. Oh. Well, crud. I don't see where it actually tells you. Yeah. Oh. Here they are, right here. So, soulbound is going to tell us cultivated, stonebound, jagged, piercing. I'm just looking real quick to see if we see um, anything else that's got a looting type thing. I didn't see one. That's too bad. I'll do some research. I don't know if there's an easy way to get looting, but it would be really nice to have looting conveniently. But if we're going to do the XNet thing, even if I have to go get the Ender Pearls menu, it's just a matter of grinding while we're between episodes. But what I do need is XNet will require some power. And probably the easiest way, because one of the early chickens will be the cold chicken, right? Cold chicken. He is what? Log and flint? Yeah, log and flint. Log is a direct make, and flint is a direct make. So this is I guess, generation 2 chicken. So easy peasy chicken, but that will provide us all the coal we will want. So the coal generator will be easy to keep operating. We're going to need some of that, and we're going to need, I believe that was gold nuggets. Coal generator. Oops, am I out of iron? Well, I'm not really out of iron. Bloop. That's the only thing about this. I don't have, because I don't have processing set up yet, I don't have the ability to make an external uh, storage connector for the refined storage, which means we're still having to move things in and out. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. We'll get there. Here, and then we'll need some torches, and then we need to make that. All right, so this bad boy is going into our backpack because we know the specific purpose for that is to power XNet to do our chicken breeding thing. So we'll clear that off. An aqueous accumulator. If I'm going to upgrade this to steam, the steam engine has to have water put in it. There are absolutely ways to do that within Create itself, where maybe use a water wheel to continuously turn the Create pump into an infinite water source and then pump that blah blah blah. However, we're in a mod pack that has other mods in it, and the aqueous accumulator is easy. Ooh, bronze. How am I getting bronze? Bronze blend is 3 copper and a tin. Do I have any tin yet? Don't have any tin yet. How am I getting tin? Let's do ingot. And that's going to be from raw tin, and raw tin is being gotten from crushing gravel. But we're going to have to crush gravel. So we've got to get to crushers to do that. Well, poop on a stick. No other way to get tin, huh? That's just a block of tin, yeah. Well, yeah, if we could do laser, if we could do laser drills, we could get it. Sure. Let me just jump right over there and get that done. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to get the crushing wheel set up. The good news is it's the same pattern as downstairs that we already have. It's 21. It's a 35553. So we can what we've got set up for chickens will also work for getting those crushing wheels made. Matter of fact, it's a pair of crushing wheels, right? Crushing. Yeah, it gives you 2. So let's just toss that on there real quick. Andesite, we're going to need 4, 6, 4, 8, 10, 13, 16. Andesite, 160, right? That should be more than enough. Then we need some, I'm assuming those are any planks, and andesite. Planks, I believe that was 4. And andesite in the middle. Andesite in the middle. And then our planks. And then the casings. Or alloys. Bloop. All right. So while that is making, and while um, this is all doing its thing, I'm going to step away because it's going to take a second. I am going to look at a couple of other items, and we'll be back in just a sec. Hey guys, I brought you back real quick because I've run into a bit of an issue that I've never seen before. I actually restarted the game because, okay, so check this out. Here is the aqueous accumulator. That's where it takes to make it, right? Here's what it takes to make the roost. Let's go to create. Here's what it takes to make, I don't know, the fluid, the pump, right? We were talking about the mechanical pump. Here's what it takes to make the portable fluid interface. However, what I need are a couple of create encased. If I click this, I'm clicking it right now just as hard as I can, or hit recipe on it, it doesn't come up. It will eventually. Um, Several seconds from now, maybe. But for some reason, there are a couple of recipes within Create that when I click them, here's the brass encased shaft. That won't come up. Here's the andesite. And some of these recipes simply are not. Okay, so see, this one comes up without, wait, is this my encased? So there it is. There's how long, no, that's a chain drive. That is not the encased shaft. So I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why some of the recipes take so long to come up. Um, but I'm having that issue. So I'm going to go back and do that crafting without you having to sit here and wait for that particular message to clear itself up. And hopefully I can get those crafted. I'll be back. If not, I'll find another. I'll find an alternative if that doesn't work. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, guys, welcome back. I have got this set up. I did go ahead and make another chicken. I made the red chicken while we were working on this. I just figured I'd have it crafting. Um, and I've now got. I hope this is enough to turn. It's not going to turn fast. We're going to have to get better rotational power, etc., and rotation speed controllers before we can really turn this at a fast speed. But what we need to do now is look and see which way these are spinning, so we'll know which side needs the gearbox. So, all right, so that one is turning inward, which should mean that we can just stick our gearbox right here then. Just be done. Bloop. Yep, there they go. All right, so I would like to have a couple of chutes. We could put the rest of this stuff away. Yes, yes, you can go away, you can go away, you can go back in there, you can go in there. Actually, didn't I make some chutes? I did make some chutes. And then we need a couple of chests. That'll work. So we could plop material on top and plop material on bottom. You will go right there, and a chest can go right there, and I assume I can open said chest. I guess I can go up here and jump off. Bloop. Here's what I also know about this. If I jump right in there, it'll kill me deader than a doornail. I guess I can just stuff it here. Yeah, it's backwards, but actually, you know what? I bet my wrench will turn it, won't it? Yeah, look at there. All right, sweet. That will allow us to go ahead and get that stuff crunched up and get our, what were we going to put in there? We were looking for tin. Tin. Let's do raw tin, and let me put it over here. Raw tin. Let me get it over here on the build list. That way I don't forget what's going on there. So let's go upstairs and take a look at our smart chickens, which we're breeding. Why I started breeding smart chickens, I don't know. I don't know, because, you know, sometimes that's a thing. That's not a bad chicken right there. That's a 6. That's or an 8. That's an 8. You are a 6. So we can breed these two. Anyway, we'll do that. We just won't do that today, or won't do that while we're recording. I'll work on those. Although I don't really know why I would need 10, 10, 10 smart chickens, but you know, I'll definitely want 10, 10, 10s of other things. Anyway, let's take a look here. I think that was what we wanted to accomplish today, and we're about to the end of our recording time. I am going to get at least the base chickens, and maybe even the tier 1 chickens, or tier 2 chickens rather. So that would be, if we look at chickens, that's going to be all the color chickens, right? String is probably black ink and log. Well, log is, yep, so that's a tier 2 chicken. I'll go through and make a list of the chickens that we can start with, and probably go ahead, because it's literally just sitting here watching this thing grind, right? Over and over. Oh, you know what? I only made one of each of those. Can't breed them unless I've got two. So guess I'm doing all of that again. Yep. Okay. So anyway, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. We'll see what the warden has to say about. Is it still in here? I assume he hasn't pulled it yet. That would be a drawer. Yeah, there's still a drawer in there with 2K bread. So we'll wait and see what the note, assuming that they spot this and take it and leave us a note, either telling us we need more bread, which would be a little confusing, or what our next item is on our list of things that we must supply. So I appreciate you hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time.